Hi everyone, it's JoJo here, and I thought that I would bring you along for a little craft with me. I'm working on this crazy snippet roll still, and I thought that I would just bring you along as I work on it. It'll be a slow stitch and chat. I don't have enough subscribers yet to go live, or else I would have done this live. So if you like this video, please click like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you'll know when my next video is up. But right now, I just want to kind of give you an idea of some things that we can do. Here is a yo-yo that I added a button to and left some strings hanging just to, I don't know, I think it'll look cute. I'm not sure exactly where I'm going to put it. I'm just going to kind of go with whatever hits me. I'm going to just grab things next to me, and I have a whole pile here. It's a bad pile of my scraps of lace, fabric, trims, just a little bit of everything. Sorry, I hope I don't make you dizzy. But I thought that I would just kind of give you an idea of what that I have to work with, and I'm just going to kind of grab from that pile, first come first serve kind of thing. I also have some beads that I'm working with. I have several little containers with buttons that I thought that I would see what I could do with it. Sorry, I may bump the camera. I'm still working around it a little bit, so bear with me. I think that I want to put this piece of lace here. And I'm just going to try and see if I can do the blanket stitch around here. I could glue this all on, but I like the idea of doing the slow stitch. Just kind of sewing. I think it gives it an older, more antique look. The blanket stitch, you just go in and you leave a loop hanging here. And you take your thread through that loop, and it just gives you just a cleaner edge. That's why you see me poking back up through there. Just a rough little, I'm not taking my time with it. I'm not trying to be fancy or make it pretty. I'm just going with it. Now later on I'll show you some prettier work, but right now we're just doing the snippet roll. And even though I think that we should, do our best work, I'm not telling you not to. I'm just saying it doesn't matter if it's not perfect. And I'm slowly learning that myself. Normally I'm a perfectionist, and I want everything just so, and I don't want any mistakes, and I'm pretty hard on myself, really. But I've always been that way. I like things, if I want it done, I want it done right. But with the junk journals and the snippet rolls, sometimes the messy look is the pretty look. So there's a piece of lace. I don't care that it's over the edge, because I'll be cutting this off at some point somewhere to put into my book as a tag or a tuck spot, or just to add to it. So I'm finished here, and I'm just going to knot my end off. I'll take a couple rounds. So there's the first official piece on top. Yeah, I just broke my thread. I'm using embroidery floss for this. It doesn't matter what thread you use, but you may want to use a strong one. In some of it, it's almost a must to have embroidery floss for what I'm going to do. I have different colors, and this variegated yellow is what I'm using at the time. I have that, and I have this one pulled out. It's got some orange to it. And that's going to be for my flowers. But yeah, we'll see. Excuse me. I have several things that I plan to use, and I have these sequins. Turn my lid upside down and pour some in there. I think I'm going to add, yeah, because see the pink is shining through here. So I think I want to add something along the top, just a little bit of something. They want to stick to me. Kind of like the green too. Okay. So I'm going to do one at a time. I'm going to get my needle. I'm just going to come up through here. Lay my little sequin on top where I want it. Now you wonder how I'm going to get it to stay. I don't know if you can see that. So to get it to stay, I'm going to use a little pearl bead, very tiny bead. But I'm going to slide it down my thread. So when I get it here, I'm going to go down beside it, back into the hole. You know, your thread is coming out the hole of the sequin. Okay, so when I put the bead on here, I want to go back through this same hole in about the same spot. And then when we pull it, there's our bead. It is attached. And I think I'm going to go here almost centered. You know, I like that blue. I didn't see the blue a while ago. These are very staticky, so they cling. But I'm going to add the blue on here. And I have some different kinds of beads. So I think I'm going to add this little clear one. And I'm going to go back into that hole. And it's hard to see, but I'm going to go back just about where that I came through to begin with. Like this. And then I'm going to do one more down here. These are pretty. Should have done that. I think I'm going to go back out. I'm going to cause myself some trouble here. I'm going to take that bead off. And hope and pray I can get my needle threaded again. I tried to thread most of them off camera because I struggle with it. It wasn't so bad. I got it. So I think that instead of doing the white, I think I'm going to go in with this pink. I think that'll give it a pop of color. Yeah, I think that's what I'm after. I love color. I love bright colors. Really like all colors, but I have been really fixated on brights here lately. And I know that for the most part, sorry, I know I'm off camera again. I know for the most part, everybody likes using the vintage. You know, they love the vintage look, and I love it too. But I also like a pop of color sometimes. Not used to picking up beads without my bead mat. I love doing beadwork. Love working with seed beads. I'll try to back out a little bit and maybe you can see better what I'm not doing. See, I like that. Let's see. I have got to get a better camera. But for the most part, hopefully that you can get the gist of what I'm doing. Now, I am going to come around here to the back because I want to take this thread off. And I am going to make me a loop and tighten it like a knot. And then I'm going to do that again. Hopefully it'll tighten for me. Let me scratch doing that. I'm going to go through the fabric here a little bit. Those were big stitches. And this backside doesn't matter anyway because it's going to be glued down on something most likely. I will one day come back and show you a really pretty snippet roll that's done perfect, but I've enjoyed working on this one with my scraps and what I have. So now I'm going to find one of my yo-yos. Let's see. That one doesn't look too bad. I really like this one. I have a whole bag of these. I don't have to be... I'll just throw some out here on the table to make a mess, okay? What do I want to grab? I like that. Kind of like that one there. So then I want to put a button on it. I want to show you how I did this one. So, which button? You know, I got some pink buttons here. And I don't know, probably, yeah, that's not the right colors. I have greens and blues. I bought a lot of these buttons at Walmart because they were on sale. I think I'm going to stick with the beige one this time around. Or just brown. I like the beige. Now that I'm doing it, I don't know if I've liked that yo-yo. I'm just going to go with it. If I think too long, then I'll be sitting here all day. Now, for this part, the bottom of this yo-yo doesn't matter because I'm going to end up sewing it down. You know, I like that one better. see. Look, I'm making a mess of my desk. Doesn't matter, does it? That's what I'm supposed to do. I think I like this bigger one. So what I did, like I said, the bottom of this one doesn't matter. So I'm going to come up through the bottom. And I have a knot already on my thread. And I'm going to come up through one of these eye holes. So right here, this step, I'm going to go back down through the next eye hole. What I'm doing is I am going to tack this button on, just like you would sew on a normal shirt button. Oh, that's cute like that. I'm going to come up again. I don't have any problem doing these off camera. It's when I'm on camera that I make all my mistakes. What I'm doing is making an X here now. I like the look of that. So I could leave it like this, or I could, I don't know if you can see if it's going to come in. Yeah, it's not going to show it. But here I have, they're yellow. And they look like little, is it stemmen? It's in a flower. Let me go back out. But I come up through my fabric. And then I do like a French knot, only I wrap about 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I'm going to go back down through. And I want to hold that tight. It's like a French knot, except I do a whole lot more. But I hold this tight if my thread doesn't bunch up on me. And I pull it through, and I get the start. It's there. It's the start of one. So I'll go through all 4 holes and do the same thing. I think I made a knot back here. Here we go. Then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to wrap this about 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I'm going to go through the hole I came out of. And I'm going to pull this tight. Don't loosen up, because it won't do what you want it to if you loosen up on it. But you don't want to pull it so tight that you pull this back down through the hole either, because we want it to peek out. Do that here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sorry, my hands are getting in my way. Then we'll go back through here. I just poked myself. Be careful, these needles are sharp. Warning. Poke myself 100 times when I sew. Normally, when I poke myself is when I'm trying to do a video or someone's here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then I'll go back down through that one again. I'll hold my threads tight. And there we have them. Now, if you want them bigger than this or more than this, you can keep going through and keep making the knots. Let me see if I can get it back through here. Try to go maybe one more time. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And back down through that same hole. Grab this and pull my thread tight. See how that makes a little bit bigger? Yeah, just got to keep wiggling that needle around so you find where you come in at. I'm going to go back down here. Hold that thread tight. So see, the more that you do, the more of a bunch of the stamen, I can't say it. I'm sure y'all know what I mean. Stamen, I think is what it's called. I'll do one more over here and then I'm done with this one. You don't have to do 8, it's just what I'm doing. You don't have to do this part at all. You could just stop at the, it's just sewing it in. It's all up to you. I'm going to go back here and I'm going to knot this. Oops. Not what I wanted to do. And if you're not a sewer, you could glue all this on. You can tie. I've showed me making wooden buttons and I just tie the thread. Now, I think I want to come back through here, but not all the way. I just want to bring my ends, but I want to pull this back down. And then I'm going to tuck this under a little bit. Maybe go through the fabric just a hair. just, well, I didn't get to do it, but anyway, it'll work. And then I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac glue. Just because I didn't get that secured, it pulled out of the needle right here. So I'm just going to put a little bit there. In fact, I think that I will glue this one down and then sew around the edges just to make sure that my glue, oops, you're not seeing me make a mess with this glue, are you? It's terrible. So I am going to, let's see, pull this down here. I'll put it in the glue. I want it to hang out. And I'm going to cut right here. I like those edges. And I'm going to put that right there. I like that. Let's see, I got the strings hanging. So then I'll take my needle and thread. I only have one ply thread on here. And I'm going to come back shortly and show you how I stitch this on. Thanks for watching. Remember to be kind to one another. Please like and subscribe. Have a great day. Bye-bye.